one incident, one title, and the world believes they have a say. I am talking about that situation that happened at the Coldplay concert. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon for views or clicks, but to kind of call out the stupidity of people that believe they have a right to interfere or judge or be an executioner for this situation. Yes, it was 20 seconds. Yes, they were in a luxury box. Yes, he had his arms around her. Do you know their history? No. Do you know their life? No. Do you know what happens behind the closed doors of their homes? No. Do you know what's happening right now? No. You know nothing. All you know about these two people is that 20 seconds of her pulling away, being embarrassed. And I've seen some ridiculously horrifying comments about it. Obviously, cheater, homewrecker, good that he's resigned. He's a CEO, he should know better. She just got a new house and they were doing it in front of all their employees. This is a horrible company, everything like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the gentle stuff of what people are saying. But who are we, as complete strangers to these people, have a right to judge them for anything that they're doing? That's not human. That's jumping on bandwagons. So my question is, if you feel like you have the right to judge them for their actions, maybe find out why. What exactly did they do that pissed you off? Were you someone who was cheated on? Were you someone who did the cheating? Were you someone who was told stories? Were you someone in your family had infidelity? It happens. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. And I'm not going to say that it's good or bad. But unfortunately, in this world, in this life, infidelity happens. And it has been happening for a long time. But that's not for us to decide what to do about it. It's for those individual people. Because maybe at the beginning of relationships, I'm not too sure. But anyone who's been in a long-term relationship, there's usually another story or some reason or some factor. It's never just that one time that they went out. There's always something somewhere deeper, more secrets, more kept to themselves, internalized, and more of that, if I don't say anything and I just keep going, everything will be okay mentality. And that's the mentality that does destroy relationships more than infidelity does. Because that silence, that quiet, that being small, that not sticking up for yourself, whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter because both are in the driving seat for that. There's something, and it comes back to not being chosen by yourself. It comes back to not being human, and it comes back to giving up your power to another person, which I have shared in my Fuck the Permission Slip series, if you want to go back to that. For the first day was outsourcing your validation, and last week's was auditing your, or I guess Thursdays, was auditing who you're proving it to. Because all those things that we're doing can potentially lead to infidelity as well. It's not just this one person's fault. It's not just a title. It's not just money that makes someone believe they have the advantage and ability to go do something else. There's other underlying stuff within it. And by everybody jumping on the trend and going viral and creating their own posts and memes to share it because you want to stick up for the woman, you want to be like, hey, you know, I feel bad for the other people in that relationship, and you're sharing it, so you're adding your 2 cents words. You're probably getting it for likes, engagements, and posts. Shares, sorry. You're probably doing all that stuff as well, and all of that is hurting other people. I mean, who knows what's going to happen to that company now? It has over 300 employees. That, like, I know they're not open on the public, but there's going to be some retribution for it, and the world is going to blame the CEO because it's his fault. It's his he deserves it, but they're still human. They're still people, and that's lives that have been shattered now. The human code for today is don't destroy other people's lives because of a trend that's going on. They are still human, regardless of their title, regardless of the money they make and the mistake that they made. Because unfortunately, infidelity happens way more often than we think for way more different reasons than we know.